Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of SideQuest. We are playing the Technomancer, and this is part 6 of our adventure. We're going to be continuing it on out here. As you remember, I kind of found myself off on this little auxiliary branch of the world where I'm now fighting the guys that I started being with. So, yeah, we kind of flipped the whole game upside down, taking on people that trained me, taught me how to be what I am. So this is pretty interesting. We are level 18 right now. I don't know how far through this game we are. I don't know how deep this game goes. This is the first time I've ever played it. So I can't really give you any idea of how many more episodes there are. Probably at least another 4, I would say. So thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to head over to gsch.info/sidequests. Check out all our past shows. See the shows coming up next. And leave me some feedback. So far, my impressions of Technomancer have been good. It's not the best game in the world, but it's certainly not the worst. If you are a fan of like Mass Effect and you like that style of a lot of dialogue, a lot of investigating things, this game has a lot of that. It is sci-fi theme. It takes place on Mars, so there's a lot going on in this game. It also kind of feels like Dragon Age, so if you played Dragon Age, you might like this one as well. So anyways, let's jump right in.
Fortunately, this is beyond my skill level. Can't go through here. Door's locked from the other side. Guess we're going around. Fortunately, this is beyond my skill level. Fortunately, this is beyond my skill level. Fortunately, this is beyond my skill level. Door's locked from the other side. Guess we're going around. Sean was right. Can't open this door without another Technomancer.
Zachariah, the great hero of his brothers, has returned triumphant. Amazing, against all odds, against a city. Bravo! But I don't see anyone resembling the great master. Is he...
Dead. He sacrificed himself so we could get out.
Oh, so sad. Truly. Well, please tell your colleagues, your brothers, they are welcomed here. Let them rest and regain their strength. I can only imagine what the ASC put them through. And without their great master, they must feel lost. On top of it all, feel the void for a leader among them. No?
What are you getting at?
Just simply that, as their hero, it might be in their best interest for you to fill that void. I don't purport to understand how these things work among your kind, through a vote or drinking game, but you've earned it. They need you to pull them back together after what they've been through. And to have a unified group of Technomancers among us to serve would be valuable beyond imagination. Think about it.
I'll think about it. But now's not the time. We need to mourn the fallen.
Hey, you! Yes, you! Do you have a moment?
Zachariah, come. A moment, please, if you will. Zachariah, what can I do for you?
You want to attack a convoy to reignite a war? You know how many people die in those wars? How many are mutilated? Taken prisoner?
Not precisely, but I think I have a clear idea of the numbers, yeah. Every battle has its purpose, Zachariah Mancer. Abundance has fought Aurora for years for more power, out of idealism that their philosophies are more righteous than Aurora's. We don't just fight the corporations because of their damned ideals. What we do for our survival. For the survival of the misfits of Mars, the rejected, the poor, the outcasts of corporations. We fight for those who find a home with us, those I promised to protect. This mission worries you. And I get that. I do. Which is why I'm not asking you to attack your old brothers in arms, but rather just carry out the same attacks you did countless times before, under different command.
You want to attack a convoy to reignite?
Not we don't dismiss.
I moved the rover for you. If Ophir finds the road in, it won't be because of me.
Yes, I already heard. Sorry if the request seemed paranoid. Better safe than sorry. Zachariah? Come. A moment, please, if you will.
Zachariah, I've got something I need to ask you. Zachariah, I am glad to see you. What you did, what you risked for us, no one will ever forget. We lost many, and for that, we are mourning. But we can at least celebrate that because of you, the Order has not disappeared.
We're brothers and sisters. We stand together.
Yes, and others have joined us too, you know. The merchants spread the word to those who are still in hiding. But for those non-initiated and those who passed, we are all here. Did the Great Master manage to tell or give you anything before he passed, before his sacrifice?
He told me to watch over the Order. Gave me a tablet. He'd managed to translate the text of the relic I'd brought back from an excavation in Aurora.
And what did it say?
It talks about an important research base, the largest the settlers ever built on Mars. One that was in contact with Earth. It had a beacon. Unfortunately, it didn't say where the base was. Only the location of a smaller dome that housed some of the larger base's scientists.
Then we must find it. Oh, I can feel it, Zachariah. We are so close to contacting Earth again.
Maybe, but I have the feeling we're not the only ones who know about it, though. Thanks to Alan, the ASC might have gotten their hands on the tablet while the Great Master was being held.
Alan? How could he betray our order? We have to beat the ASC to that dome. What can I do to help?
Dozens of Technomancers have spent years trying to re-establish contact with Earth. What can you tell me about that?
Well, first, that search has been stalled for years. At the beginning, of course, we collected anything relating to the settlers. Most of the relics, though, turned out to be just simple tools. The wars and our inability to travel out of our infrastructure had all but squashed the opportunity to explore. This is the first time that we have been freed of our yokes, free to explore again. What limits our work, though, is that few of us can read the settlers' secret writings. A gift, I believe, only the Great Master had. And with the most important knowledge having been written in that language, what we know, though, is that there is, in fact, an intact beacon somewhere. That there are still many undiscovered sites. And now today, with you, we have a hope again to find it.
Just when I thought shit couldn't be worse. Her engine's been blown like a John in a whorehouse. Gonna need some spare parts now. A stator, a thermic regulator, a rotor. With only a few rovers out there, it's not like you can just grab those parts from the nearest merchant. There is one in Ophir, though. He used to have a machine for me from scratch. And I heard there may be someone else here in Noctis who sells them too. However, when it comes to prices, since we don't have abundance of support, it's not the same anymore. It's gonna cost you an arm and a leg, honey. I wouldn't mind seeing you go broke, but there are other options. Let me think. In my shed, I had a replacement stator ready to go. I imagine that the area is closely monitored, but if you manage to sneak in, maybe you could recover it. I also had a delivery waiting. The quartermaster, Ryan Stewart. I imagine he must still have a rotor in his inventory since I'm not there anymore. It won't be easy to get it back, but that's your problem.
I go back with Ryan. Know his inventory well. Though with all those soldiers in the barracks, it'll be a tough nut to crack.
The final option's a robber I heard of who parts everything he fucking finds. Not a guy I'd want to grab a drink with, but I heard he's got spare rover parts. May have one of the ones we need. And I've heard that he wasn't interested in serum. Maybe you'll have to take chances, who knows? Anyway, it could be a lead. One last thing. I found the tools I'll need. However, I was in such a rush that I forgot to take my serum. I don't have a single drop of it left. And since around here they don't give away freebies...
Here, take this. You will be able to buy your tools.
Well done. Wow, this is great. You just have to go get me the parts now.
I'll take care of it. The shed, Ryan's inventory, the looter, or if I want to go broke, the merchants. See? I remember everything.
What's good, Zechariah? Got my parts yet?
Keep your pants on. Still working on it.
You, sir, just came at a fortunate time. I just stocked new merchandise.
I need some information.
If it's about anything you see in here, I'm happy to help. Otherwise, not sure I have what you need.
Go on. What do you think?
I didn't really get a good look, but I noticed they seemed a bit lost.
Absolutely. My cousin works with the Brits. He swears by it. 100%.
Welcome, welcome. What's your pleasure? What are you looking for?
I'm looking for spare parts for a rover. A stator, a rotor, and a thermic regulator.
I have a rotor, if you want. The rest, those are rare pieces you're after, you know.
Here. For that price, though, it better be in working order.
It's brand new, from what I know. Came from a mechanic who took it from one of those big wind turbines. Take it. It's yours.
Thanks. Hello?
Oh, hey there. Need something? Got a lot of mechanical stuff.
I was told you might have spare parts for a rover. I'm looking for a thermic regulator.
Oh, yes. Yes, I got one of those. those. Hard to find, very hard, very rare. Hard to come by. What would you give me in return?
What do you want for it?
Well, I see two possible trades. I'd love to get my hands on some of that focus drug. I know it's not meant for us, but it gives me a nice buzz. Otherwise, you're a Technomancer, aren't you?
Yeah.
Good. Good. Well, I like to poke around old places, and just the other day I found a Technomancer glove, but I can't seem to make it work. Like most all the Technomancer stuff I find. Well, I can repair most things, but this, I don't understand how it works, or even what it's supposed to do. But I'm sure you do. So repair it. In front of me. You fix, I watch. You teach, I learn. So in the future, I can do the fixing myself. Got it? You do this. I'll not only give you your thermic regulator, but let you walk away with the glove, too.
I'd give you the drugs, but I don't have enough doses to give.
Can't you just make some or something? No? Well, come back when you have what I need.
Sure. I'll be back. About that rover part.
Yeah? What did you decide? Yeah.
Here are the drugs. Be careful. No idea what it does to a non-Technomancer.
Look at me. Don't worry about the effects. Take care of yourself, traveler. I have to say, it is disappointing you didn't want to show me how to repair the glove. Little knowledge goes a long way.
Hey there.
What do you want, human?
You said there was a lynching. Tell me about it. Maybe I could help.
The last time a man helped a mutant,
Who were these men?
it was those...
Not all humans... Hey there.
What do you want, you?
Regarding the investigation you asked me to do.
Did you find anything? Who killed our brother?
Listen, you were right. The gang of fanatics was behind the murder, but you shouldn't seek vengeance. I know that it's hard to hear, but you're gonna start a riot in town, and innocent people will get hurt, maybe killed.
You're likely to irritate Dandolo, and you know very well that we need his support. What happened to that boy is horrible, and they will pay for this crime someday, but not today, and probably not by starting a riot.
That is so enraging!
I know, but you must control your anger for now. The best tribute that we can give to our dead is to build our nation. Save your rage for this goal, and this goal only.
You are right, Phobos. As always. Thank you.
You're a brave man to come back here, Mr. Mancer. You're also wanted. Not that I'd turn you out. Wouldn't be good for business. What do you need?
I'm looking for something pretty specific. A spare part for a rover.
Oh, really? Yeah, well, you know the risks of selling that kind of thing? Risky business doesn't come cheap.
For that price, the part better work like new.
Of course! I only sell the best. Got great suppliers. Keep it wrapped, though, if you're traveling far. It's pretty fragile.
Will do.
Did you hear? A Technomancer officer stole a rover. Are you kidding me? It's been whispered all over town. He is so worried the other Technomancers will follow suit. They've armed themselves with settlers' weapons and are purging the source.
I keep going this way. I'm gonna get myself...
You're a brave man. What do you need?
I'm looking for something.
Oh, really?
For that price?
Of course.
Will do.
Hi, Zach. How are you?
Hello, Amelia. I'm fine, thanks.
What's good, Zachariah? Got my parts yet?
As promised, rotor, stator, and thermic regulator.
Damn. Nice work. Keep up like that and you might start growing on me again. We're gonna get my baby back on the road! Great. Now that I've got everything, I can actually start on the repairs. But it's gonna take a day, at least. And once I start, I'm gonna be neck deep in it, so if you need me for anything else, I ain't gonna be available.
Works for me. Sure you'll be able to get it working again, soon enough.
Damn straight. Even if you lost your legs, I could get you going again. Now get out and let me work.
Zachariah, come. A moment, please, if you will.
Greetings, Zachariah.
Everybody settled in?
We are, Zachariah, yes. There's something on your mind, isn't there?
That obvious? The Great Master asked me to look after everyone. Having the unconditional support of everyone would help me a lot. Don't know how to pull that together, though.
We're a family, Zachariah. You'll always have our support. You're looking to become a great master, though. That's different. There are some who obviously will question your abilities to hold that position. It's not personal. You did tremendous things for us, Zachariah. You did. But not everyone knows you well enough. You're young, inexperienced, and while your talent speaks for itself, I have a feeling some will want to put those talents to the test before supporting you. My suggestion would be this. Find the most influential masters. I'm sure they'll have questions. Satisfy their expectations, and I believe nothing can stand in your way.
Then I'll go see them.
Take a look. Good as new. Like she's right off the factory floor.
Okay, great. So we can get anywhere we need to go?
To the horizon and back if you need to. Hi, Zach. How are you?
Hello, Amelia. I'm fine, thanks. How this dome will match up to the one in Ophir.
The one in Ophir? That was your Technomancer hideout, right? I was always curious, but I wasn't allowed near it. Due to confidential shit.
Yes, it used to be some sort of museum. It's a fascinating place.
Looks more like a pile of rocks to me. But let's hope this other one is in better shape. Otherwise, that doohickey thingamajig you're looking for will be really hard to find.
If the dome is really off the grid, then it could still be in good condition. But we should be ready for anything. The scavengers could have beat us to the punch and scrapped and sold it. How big is it? Should we be able to spot it from afar?
I wouldn't bet on it. If I understood correctly, there'll be some small housing domes. But what we're interested in is the archives of these ancient inhabitants.
Heritage. What a funny little The offspring of those who built the dome probably reside in our cities. Or perhaps even one of us is a great. And yet here we are, chasing after old ruins so we can rummage for answers on our ancestors. How remarkably absurd, isn't it?
We have the turmoil to thank for that.
I find humans' curiosity towards the domes curious. Why do you pursue them and other artifacts with such zealotry?
I don't want to be mean, Phobos, but as a mutant, you've become something else. Isn't it hard to keep revering something that brings back memories of those who used and exploited you?
Yes, but no matter what happens, Earth is a forbidden fruit, and for that, we choose to forge ahead and not dawdle in the past.
I can't wait to see it. I've never seen an intact colonial dome. There are only a few ruins in the canyon leading to Noctis, and they are in such a terrible state. Most are so badly destroyed that you'd need a pretty strong imagination to call them domes.
I really hope we find something there. With Great Master Ian dead and our archives lost, it's pretty much our only hope of getting back in touch with Earth.
Lost, forgotten Settler's Dome. I was under the belief all domes had already been found and searched.
Not even close. Word is there are still dozens of domes that haven't been found yet. I'm hoping that's true.
And why is that?
I'm trying to find a way to reach back out to Earth.
Ah, I see. I doubt that such a small dome would contain the large object for which you search.
So you hope to find traces in there? Clues on the next step to communicate with Earth? Incredible. It's definitely a long shot.
We find the sign base of Great Master Technomancer. I think we can make contact with Earth. The other Technomancer someday will.
Do you really think they still have it? Especially since they've never once had contact.
I wouldn't know. First up, Fortunately, this is beyond my skill level.
See those boxes? There's some plates inside. And I'm not talking about the kind you eat dinner on. They look light, but feel really dense. I wonder what it was for. Boxes? There's some plates inside, and I'm not talking about the kind you eat dinner on. They look light, but feel really dense. I wonder what it was for.
I'm real glad you're here. Would have had a hell of a time opening that gate alone.
Happy to help. Once we open it, though, I am going back to the rover. This dome's exciting, but you have enough company as it is.
In the flesh. Guess some rumors are true after. Time to take out the trash. Kill them all.
Boxes? There's some plates inside, and I'm not talking about the kind you eat dinner on. They look light, but feel really dense.
I'm real glad you're here.
Happy to help.
an old, angry rivalry with this Alan. He reminds me of someone. My own negative alter ego, like Alan is yours. The shadowed reflection in the cracked mirror.
He's not that poetic. He's just a piece of shit. Plain and simple. Now let's just go. This tablet's obviously ancient, but the text's undecipherable. This'll make for one hell of a translation job. Great Master Ian's the only one who could have read it. Maybe Dandolo's heard of another Technomancer who could, though. Fortunately, this is beyond my skill level. Can't believe Alan was here.
Talk about climbing the corporate ladder, right? That fucker's now the alpha technomancer of abundance.
How can he vouch for Victor, the man who caused the death of our great master? I knew Alan was ambitious, but to that extent?
That boy's always been an envious little deviant. I'm sure he was eager to... Do you remember how he pranked you back in school, like when...
Scott, I'd rather keep my embarrassing childhood stories to myself.
Oh, but it was him. Not... Don't feel ashamed.
There will always be men who will sell out for phony rewards. Give him a medal, a pompous title, and he'll ask you where and when to turn in his mother. This infection of uncurbed greed happens even among mutants. Just look around. You've seen the pen. Some of the Guardians are mutants themselves, and they can be the harshest of them all, disciplining for the sake of breaking in their batons.
You taught your rival a lesson. Now we should know better than to run after you.
If I know Alan, it'll only get worse.
At least we found some information, even if we can't read it. How's your ancient hieroglyphics, Zach?
No, I can't. Nobody I know can, except Great Master Ian. It's a coded language that's nearly impossible to learn.
Dandolo will find you a translator. Let's hope it's worth it, and not something boring like a soup recipe.
We should be relieved we saved the tablet. I can't imagine what the traitor would have done if he got his hands on it.
He couldn't read it himself.
Alright, everybody, that's where we're going to leave it for this week. You have been watching the Technomancer, and this was part number 6. This is SideQuest, and I'm your host, Captain Fall Damage Foglata, coming at you live every Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a good one. do hope that you enjoyed the show. Please leave me some feedback over at gsch.info/sidequests. You can also check out all the past episodes and see all the future episodes too. See you tomorrow, guys.